Hello, all. How are you guys? I don't know if my video is lagging or what. Okay, no, here we go. So, I'm gonna be on here really quick. Um, as you see the title of what I'm about to talk about, uh, are you in a covenant with the Most High Yah, or are you practicing religion with Jesus Christ? There is a difference, a big difference. Now that Yah has awakened me to the truth, there is a big difference. And I want to start off with some disclaimers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't never want to confuse anyone or get or the people that know me outside of social media. I don't want them to get misconstrued thoughts of what I'm doing or what I'm into. Again, like I said, Yah has slowly brought me to the truth. Okay. Um, it started how it started was my mom was dating a guy at this time, and he taught her about the Sabbath, the true day of worship, and how the Roman Catholics um, changed the day of worship and all that stuff, whatever. So he showed my mom, showed her scriptures and everything like that, and my mom embraced it. This was like years ago. She embraced it, and she told me about it. At the time, I still was kind of running the streets or whatever. But she told me about it or whatever, and then eventually I started going to the church at the time we was going to. It was a 7 Day Adventist church we was going to, and worshiping on the Sabbath. We did that for a number of years or whatever, and then we ended up leaving. It was a lot of shenanigans going on with that church, so we ended up leaving, and so we ended up going back uh, to Sunday church. And so anyway, eventually y'all started opening our eyes about a lot of stuff. Slowly though, and it's funny because the people that have come to know the truth about the Bible and the Most High, we've all kind of come from the same place. Initially, somebody tell us about the Bible is talking about us. It's our culture, it's our heritage and stuff like that. Initially, people was um had came to us and told us, and automatic it's an automatic rejection, like because it sounds so foreign. But as time went along, as you start, reading the Bible for yourself and stuff like that, some stuff just wasn't making sense. Some stuff wasn't adding up. You had a lot of questions and stuff like that. So I had a lot of questions. I never thought to ask a pastor, because um, I just never thought to ask a pastor, ask the questions that I have. But I know people that did, and the pastors couldn't even answer their questions. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things that I felt like that I was being taught just wasn't lining up with scripture. And so as time went along, I had a lot of questions about stuff, because I don't just follow what a pastor say. Oh, my pastor is golden, so that's what it is. No, I'm not doing that. You know, studied the Bible for myself, and so y'all started, leading me to the truth. And then later on, he led me to the truth about the holidays, how they pagan and stuff like that. So I the now I was slowly getting out of that. I didn't just hop out of it right away, but I was slowly getting out of it till I eventually completely got out of it. And then COVID-19 hit, bam, and y'all just really just showed me a lot of things. First of all, what he did show me was a lot of these. First of all, let me start off with disclaimers. I got notes. I have notes here, um, pictures, notes, and scriptures and stuff like that. So the first thing I want to start off with a disclaimer, what I believe. Okay, so this is what I need you guys to understand. What I believe in. I believe in the Bible from front to back. I believe in it. I believe Yehoshua came, died on the cross, and rose 3 days and 3 nights later for our sins. I believe that. I believe everything in the Bible. The difference is I'm no longer looking through the Bible. I'm no longer reading the Bible and studying the Bible through white supremacy. And we're gonna get into this, okay? We're gonna really get into this. Hopefully I won't be on this video too long, but we're gonna get into it. Um my second disclaimer is this. Um what it looks like for a Gentile to be grafted in. Now, I was taught for a long time growing up in church that we was Gentiles or whatever. But anyway, I'm not okay. We're gonna get into that later on. But if you are a Gentile, Gentile meaning you're not an Israelite, okay? So you can be African, a Hamite, Egyptian, you know what I'm saying, Somalian, whatever. You're not Israelite, okay? Whether you're European, uh, Mexican, you know what I'm saying? You're not an Israelite, right? You can be grafted in. So I'm gonna read. As a matter of fact, I should have had this verse ready. Um, it's Romans chapter 11, verse 24, I believe. So I'm gonna go to it really quick. And it says, "For if you were cut out of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree?" So we was broken off because we didn't believe. We didn't accept the Mashiach when he came. We didn't. So we got broken off. You know what I mean? We are the natural branches. However, when Yah came, when Yehoshua came, the Bible say that his own wouldn't accept him. However, the Gentiles accepted him. You know what I'm saying? So that made for he opened salvation to everybody. Because initially he came to recover his people. You know what I'm saying? He came for the lost sheep of Israel. But we couldn't even recognize that he was our king. Our ancestors couldn't recognize that he was our king, and they ended up the Gentiles end up embracing him and stuff like that, and he opened it up to the Gentiles. So if you're a Gentile, um, that's not you're not an Israelite. You can be grafted in. You can be saved. And what grafted in looks like. It looks like you're keeping the Torah, you're keeping the laws and the laws and the commandments of the Most High. Meaning you're not involved in paganism. You set apart. You're celebrating the feast days and stuff like that. Um, you're obeying the commandments. You're worshiping Him on the Sabbath. You know the truth. You know who the people in the Bible are, because there are some Gentiles that know the truth about who the Bible is talking about. So you know uh Yehoshua doesn't look like this. This ain't him. You know the truth. So if you're grafted into Israel, then you know what I'm saying? I know you're not gonna feel offended or whatever because you know the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is the truth. But for everybody else, for people that don't know the truth, this may make you feel some type of way or whatever. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to the point to where I used to care. I used to feel some type of way about speaking the truth, even though I still would do it. But I didn't like the feeling behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I prayed to y'all to remove that, and now he removed it for sure and gave me a fire. So now I just talk. I just say, well, I deliver the mail. Whatever you do with the mail, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the claim. That's so you know what I believe in. Um, yeah. So Gentile grafted in. You already know the truth. You an Israelite. You know the truth, and you following the Torah and the commandments and the laws, and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, the feast and all of that. And mind you, I'm still learning because this is truth to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning all the feasts. I'm learning, like for example, a feast is coming up this month. I believe it's on the 23rd and the 24th. Is Purim, and Purim is it's a celebration of our people not being destroyed. If you read the book of Esther, you know what I'm saying? Like Esther Esther, by her courage, and you know what I'm saying, she was able to save a whole nation. save our ancestors from our ancestors being killed off. You know what I mean? So Purim is a celebration of us not being slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to know more about Purim or whatever, what the celebration is consists of, you can read the book of Esther. That's what Purim is. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming up this month. I plan on, like, this year, I'm celebrating all the feasts. I'm gonna celebrate all the feasts because I feel like when I was into Christianity and all that stuff, I was celebrating paganism and all that stuff. I don't think I never took it to heart like that, but I was involved. You feel me? Um, so I must tell you what Christianity has taught me and taught a lot of us. First of all, Christianity taught us that this is, first of all, they changed his name to Jesus. That's not his name. And they told us that he looked like this. Now, if you look in, if you ever, excuse me, if you ever remember watching Good Times, you know what I'm saying? If you've been around since Good Time days, who did she have on the wall and was talking to him like, you know what I'm saying? This man, the beast image, the Caesar Borgia image, right? This was on her wall. And I've been in some churches where that picture is on the wall in the church. I drove past buildings with this image on, you know what I'm saying, on the building like he's Jesus. Well, technically, he is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He's the image of the Europeans, whatever. So, Christianity was a religion, or is a religion, that they gave us. They took away the covenant. Because, first of all, when you read the Bible in the Old Testament, it was a covenant that we had with the Most High, with our forefathers, Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, right? It's a covenant. We have to live a certain way. We're set apart from the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not supposed to be doing what the other nations do. But that what constantly got us in trouble, because the Israelites was always in captivity because they were so busy trying to do what the other nations was doing. You know what I'm saying? But the last of the captivity, which we in right now, we're scattered to the four corners of the earth. This been the most horrific of mankind. You know what I'm saying? The transatlantic slave trade. So Christianity was given to us, right? And if you guys look it up, they gave us a slave Bible where they took out a lot of verses, they took out a lot of books to fit their narrative. Not only that, and they had a ship named Jesus, that we was a slave ship named Jesus, right? And it's crazy because we is reading the Bible through white supremacy. That's how we read the Bible. We're learning through white supremacy. We're reading the Bible through white supremacy. We're being taught the Bible through white supremacy. We're not being taught the actual truth of the Bible, of what, you know what I'm saying? When you look at these Bible shows or whatever, movies and all that, what do the characters look like? And people say, "Oh, race doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter." Then, if race doesn't matter, then why did they change it to fit their? Okay, I'm gonna read you a verse. This is it's in First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48. 48. This is one of the Bibles they took, one of the books of the Bible they took out, and it says, again, I said First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48, and laid open the sefer of the Torah, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So you see, when you watch these Bible shows and all that stuff, who all the characters look like? They're European. And we know that's not true. That was us, Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Christianity taught us that we're Gentiles. Everybody is Gentiles, that the Khazar people, if you don't know who the Khazar, the Ashkenazi Khazar people, look them up. Over there, that's supposed to be the chosen people, are the chosen people. You know what I mean? And they they own the media, right? They own the media, they own the entertainment industry, they own all that stuff, right? And all they show is negativity. You know what I'm saying? They're not showing nothing that's pertaining to the Most High Yah. They're not showing that. But yet they're Yah's chosen people. Like, why are we so we have this slave mentality that we need to break. We need to get up out of this slave mentality so we can really look at things for what they really are and not through what they trying to show us and feed us and shove us down. And for a long time, yes, we all of us was deceived. Even the people that came to the truth was deceived for a long time. Like it's this pastor that I watch, this preacher that I watch. Like I said, he was a Baptist preacher. I think I told this story before in one of my videos. He was a Baptist preacher for many years. I think he said like 20 years he was a Baptist preacher. And he started like reading the Bible and started saying like, wait a minute, hey, like this is us. Like we are the bloodline people of Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham. This talking about our people, right? And the other pastors would basically just kind of like shut them down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, nah, we just, what did he say? He said, the pastor told him, like, no, man, we just Niggers. That's all we are. And he was like, kind of, taken aback by it because it's like, man, this is a pastor telling me this. But I'm trying to tell him, like, look, man, as I'm reading and studying, like, wait a minute, this is talking about us, like all the curses and stuff like that, and Deuteronomy 28 and all that stuff. It's like it's plain as day. So he eventually got kicked out of the. He eventually, they wanted to kick him out of the church or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's preaching this to the people, and they like, oh nah, he can't be doing this. So they, what I'm saying? He said they tried to kick him out, but he was like, nah, I'll happily go. And he ended up losing everything. He ended up losing everything because of the truth. You know what I'm saying? But Yah has restored him. You know what I'm saying? So he's on YouTube. The title of his channel is Awakening Remnant Coalition. Coalition is he spells it with a K. So the acronym for it is ARC. And I've learned so much just watching him. Like it just feels good to that the people of the Bible were scattered. Okay, we're scattered to the four corners of the earth. That's what the Bible say, right? And in the last days, y'all said that he was gonna wake his, he was gonna wake his people up. And it's a lot of people that's waking up. Like, wait a minute, man. The Bible is talking. This is my. The Bible is literally our culture and our history book, and a covenant. It's not religion, which they fed us. Christianity is religion, and we never was called Christians in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a covenant with the Most High. We had to live a certain way. Certain things we wasn't supposed to involve ourselves in, and we was set apart. And I'm gonna read when you this is when he was telling people about how when they come into the land. When you are coming to the land which Yahuwah Elohaka gives you, you shall not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. That's Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. Another one. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Leviticus 20:23. And yeah. So Yah didn't want us to be doing he didn't want us doing things like the other nations. And what are we doing today? Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even know our heritage. Now, I remember at one time my brother used to say like, "Oh, do you even want to know where you come from?" This is before I even came to know the truth, and I was still calling Yahushua Jesus and all that stuff. I was like, man, I don't even care about none of that because for what? What's it gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? I always thought that me knowing my ancestors, what is it gonna do for me? That was always my thought. I didn't care to know. I just didn't care to know. I didn't care to go that far back. But now that I know, that I'm the bloodline. We are the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's like, wait a minute, huh? We are the true Israelites. Like, and I'm not, again, I'm not talking about the ones that be out there in the corner or whatever like that. Even though they are Israelites, but some of them preach hate and they're real radical and you know what I'm saying. I know all of them is not like that, but you know what I'm saying. The ones that a lot of them that you see is like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all about, hey, they say that they make it seem like, no white person can go to heaven and all that stuff. That's not true. When the Bible, I just clearly just read to you Romans 11:24, where you know what I'm saying, anybody that wants to be a part of Yehoshua can be grafted in. You know what I'm saying? So some of them be preaching that. You know what I'm saying? Preaching hate. I'm not on here preaching hate, man. I'm trying to spread truth and knowledge to our people, to everyone. It doesn't even matter if you black, white, purple, orange, green. I'm trying to spread the truth because the whole world has been deceived. You know what I'm saying? And the higher ups, let me tell you something. The higher ups know who we are. So I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna read to you Psalms 83, 2 through 5. For lo, your enemies make a tumult, and they that hate you have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted against your hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashrael may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. That's found in Psalms 80, 83, 2, and 5. So the higher ups know, they know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And do you guys ever think about, like, dang, we the only group of people that don't have our own language, don't have our own, like, okay, they say Africa, whatever, but all of us is not Hamites. What, it was a saying. I mean, it was a saying that uh, all black people were cursed because they Hamites, and that's not true. Because again, the Egyptians is Hamites, Somalians is Hamites and stuff like that. We're not Hamites. We're from Shem. You know what I'm saying? So the curses of the Hamites, that's not, they don't got nothing to do with us, because we're Shem. We ain't from there. We are the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So we were cursed because we walked away. Our forefathers turned their back on the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And then in the new covenant, so they changed it to Old Testament and New Testament. Really, it's a covenant. You know what I'm saying? It's renewed covenant, the old covenant, and renewed covenant. And what Christianity taught me too. Another thing that it taught me is that the Old Testament has been done away with. I've heard that. Oh, the Old Testament don't matter. And you also see that they have Bibles with just New Testament only. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all the prophecies in the Old Testament have not came to pass yet. So how has the Old Testament been done away with? You know what I mean? Like, it's really sad, man. Like, they taught us, so they brought us over here. I'm dealing with Christianity right now. They brought us over here, right? Transatlantic slave ship. They brought us over here in the slave ship. They gave us religion. They took away our covenant, or they try to denounce our covenant, gave us religion. They gave us Jesus Christ to be the Savior, right? Now, mind you, we was brought on a ship named Jesus. One of the ships was named Jesus, right? Jesus looked like this. It's Jesus. Now, if Jesus looked like this, do you think the world would accept him? And the Bible clearly states, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Revelations 1 chapter 14, Revelation chapter 1 verses 14 to 15. If if the world knew that Yeshua is a black man, you think they would accept him? Would Yeshua be painted on buildings and stuff like that? Would Yeshua be hanging up in churches? Would they? Would he? No. They hang him. The whole world accepts him. That's what they accept. The image of the beast. Okay? So they gave this man to us, which was, I'm going to tell you, Caesar Borgia image, right? So Caesar Borgia was a pope's son who was a homo, right? His gay lover drew him, right? So they look at the pope as the son of, they look at the pope as God, right? So they said Caesar Borgia is the son of God. So that was the image that they, you know what I'm saying, that they gave to us. So the whole world is bowing down to the image of the beast. This is the image of the beast. It's him. You know what I'm saying? He's everywhere. He's in churches. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's in every church, but he's in churches. You know what I'm saying? He's on church buildings, because I've seen it for myself, you know? Christianity taught us, oh, let's Christianize this pagan holidays. And I know if you see my videos, I sound like a broken record talking about these pagan holidays, but this is for somebody. You know what I'm saying? This is for somebody, because look up, and I beg you, like everything that I talk about, please verify it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Look this stuff up. You know what I mean? I have tons of books that I look, I read, I research. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you need to go past Google. You know what I mean? Because now on Google, they trying to push to you what they've been trying to feed people. You know what I mean? You got to go past Google a little bit, really do your research, and know about these holidays. Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. They killed the Native Americans, and we celebrate that like, oh, we're being thankful. But no, the real reason for Thanksgiving was they was being grateful for killing the Native Americans. You know what I mean? Christmas, paganism. Easter, paganism. Now let me show you something. I bet you won't believe this. You see this? Do you see this? I bet you won't believe who these are. Not the KKK. You see it. This isn't the KKK. You know who these are? The Catholics. This is the Easter parade. This is how they dress for the Easter parade. This right here. These hoods and and here we are. The Roman Catholics has major influence on these churches. Everything about the church is Roman Catholic influenced. You know what I'm saying? They say it's okay to celebrate all these paganism and forget about our feast days. You know, and the Bible does say, now, I'm gonna go to, it's a book in Jubilees, right? So Jubilees is another book that was removed from the Bible, and it's called Little Genesis. It's known as Little Genesis because it talks about when Yah created the earth. It talks about Moses. It talks about all that. You know, I suggest people look into reading these removed books of the Bible. They call them lost books. I call them removed books. It's good for you to get this Sefer Bible. You know what I'm saying? I also have this Bible, the Holy Bible, the 66-book Bible, but I have the Sefer Bible right here. It has all these books in here, plus the books they took out. Not all of them, because it's a whole lot of books that was removed from the New Testament all the way to the Old Testament, right? So, in Jubilees, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15, and I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the land of the other nations for captivity and for a prey and for devouring, and I will remove them from the midst of the land, and I will scatter them amongst the other nations. And they will forget all my Torah and all my commandments and all my judgments, and will go astray as to new moons and Shabbats and feasts and jubilees and ordinances. Jubilees chapter 1 verses 14 and 15. That's exactly what's going on right now. Because, you know what I'm saying, we got this Gregorian calendar. That's not even our calendar. You know what I mean? Celebrate New Year's in the dead of winter. When actually New Year's is in April. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's spring time. You know, like, they literally just stripped away. We are the people that we don't have our own language, man. They gave us this dirty, nasty slave English language when Hebrew is our native tongue. That is our language. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, our home is Jerusalem. But the Bible say it will be trodden down by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Who's over there and over there right now? The Gentiles. They trodden down our land. You know what I mean? And then the Bible also speaks of um, when we are over there in our land, they will study war no more. What's been going on since they've been over there in that land? Constant war. They are not the chosen people. And I just really want, I'm really trying to appeal to somebody. I don't care if it's just one person, to do your research, man. Look this stuff up, man. Don't just, oh, my mama did it, my grandmama did it, my papa did it, my uncle and all them did it. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're living in the last days, and y'all want people to know the truth, you know? And I'm gonna read another verse. It says, and then shall the lawless one be revealed, from whom Yahuwah shall consume with the Ruach means spirit, of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. As for this cause, Elohim shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. 2 Thessalonians 2, 8, chapter 2, verses 8 through 11. And we see that's going on right now, because people, like, you tell certain people about the truth, they, like, kind of buck up against you. Like, when you talk about these pagan holidays, it's like, I feel like it's like another form of shunning that you get. You know what I mean? Because people look at you crazy. Then it's been pastors that get up in the pulpit and talk about you because you don't celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? My family have experienced that, to where it's like, you know, and you know, you can say what you want to say, or you can feel however you want to feel. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. But this is not of Yah. Yah ain't called us to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Christianity is white supremacy. It's white supremacy. They are the higher ups. They the one that runs the world. They're the one that's teaching theology school. They in the education system. They in the courts. They everywhere, right? You know, like, and this whole time I've been reading the Bible through their lens, because they're not telling us who's who in the Bible. They telling us that everybody in the Bible is white, and that's not true. Like, we have been scattered. We all over the world. You know what I'm saying? African American Negroes, whatever. Look at my church. How about you go to the Negroes? We are scattered all over the world. You know what I'm saying? How do we get over here? The transatlantic slave ship. And when the Romans came into Jerusalem in 70 AD or whatever, we ran. Excuse me. We ran, and we went down into Africa, because why? We can blend in with the rest of the people because they're black too, right? So with this map, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but this is a 1747 map. Dang, I can see I can see my TV. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see Negro land right there, right? And then if you get up closer, you can see the slave coast. This the slave coast, and what it say at the top of the slave coast? Kingdom of Judah. You see that? This is an ancient map. And they changed around the maps and all that, so they changed names and stuff like that to fit to fit them, But one thing about them, they gonna keep some documentation. They stole everything from us. They stole our heritage, they stole our language, they stole us. They stole us. We came over here and built this nation for them. That's why America is the richest nation in the world, is because of us. 400 years of slavery, right? 400 years, no, well, 400 years of us being afflicted in this land, right? 2019 made 400 years, right? And the crazy thing about it was they started talking about reparations. Y'all was giving them a chance to make it right with us. Y'all was giving the nation a chance to make it right with us. They're not gonna give us no reparations. That's why Yah is gonna judge this nation because of what they did to us. But you gotta remember too, our forefathers turned their back on Yah, and that's why we ended up being, in the slave trade. But I'm gonna read to you Genesis chapter 15, 13 and 14. And he said unto Abram, knowing of a surety that your seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. See that? That's in Genesis. Y'all told Abraham what was going to happen to his seed. You know what I'm saying? And I need people to wake up and know who you are and whose you are. Get out of this paganism. The Bible said we are in this world, but not of this world. Why do you care about who's running in office for government? And these laws ain't made for us. These laws is made to keep us oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people be so concerned about who's running in office and all that. This not even our home. This not even our land. We're in the land of our captivity. So you think our captives gonna look out for us? No, they're not. They ain't gonna never look out for us. You know what I'm saying? And so when y'all come back and see, the thing about it is we was talking about this rapture, right? That we gonna be looking up and everybody gonna be rushing up in the sky. We gonna be going into heaven and stuff like that, right? But do you know when y'all come back for he's gonna be killing some people. It ain't gonna be like how people think it is. People have been deceived. They're looking for a pre-tribulation rapture, and in fact, we are in the beginning of sorrows. You know what I'm saying? We are already experiencing the tribulation. It's just we just at the very beginning stages, but it's about to go up from here. You know what I'm saying? COVID-19 was just pretty much a precursor on the nations. You know what I mean? But y'all want us to get right. So I'm about to read some verses. Okay. So they changed his name, right? So I'm going to give you this verse. How long shall this be in your heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. Jeremiah 23, 26 through 27. And the times of this ignorance Elohim winked at, but now commands all men everywhere to repent. So I was calling Yehoshua with Jesus and all of that, and doing all these holidays that I ain't supposed to be doing and all that, and I didn't even know. And it says that Yah will wink at our ignorance, but we all must repent. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep on because we think it's okay. Because the Bible say, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says Yahuwah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah 55, 8 through 9. So for us to be like, oh, it's okay, we celebrate him, he ain't tripping off of that. That's a lie, because he just said your thoughts isn't my thoughts. So you can't think that's okay because it's your little carnal mind says it's okay. Yah is way bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read some more verses. Okay, so we're gonna read. Okay, so for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remains no more sacrifice for sin. Hebrews 10:26. And I will also read, and you, even yourself, shall discontinue, just, and you, even yourself, shall discontinue from your heritage that I gave you, and I will cause you to serve your enemies in the land which you know not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father, which is in heaven. For whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father, which is in heaven. Matthew 10:32 through 33. Uh, for he that comes preaches another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another Ruach, which you have not received, or another Basora means gospel, which you have not accepted, you might well bear with him. 2 Corinthians 11:4. And then I'm gonna read to you Matthew chapter 7. But I'm saying all this to say Christianity isn't for us. We have a covenant with the Most High Yah. That's who. That's who we. That's what we. That's what we about. Luke chapter 9 verses 23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. And then I'm gonna do Matthew 7:21 and 21 through 23. Not everyone that says unto me, Adonai, Adonai, which mean Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Adonai, Adonai, have we not prophesied in your name, and in your name cast out devils, and in your name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. Do you want that to be you? Do you want the Most High Yah to say that to you? Because you're so uh, still got the slave mentality. It's time for us to wake up and break away from the lies we've been taught, because we've been taught nothing but lies, and it's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Because man, for a long time I was in that strong delusion, man, and yeah, I prayed to Yah to at the time I was calling him Jesus. Yeah, I prayed to Jesus to for many things, to get me out of situations, to save my life and all that. If you guys know my story, I've seen death so many times and I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? And I called on Jesus. And yeah, Yah saved me. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I didn't know the truth. You know what I mean? I was ignorant to the truth of what of who he was and who I was. You know what I mean? And Yah says that the people in his hand, no one can pluck out, right? So he knows the ones that's going to embrace the truth and is going to come into knowing the truth and denounce everything. Like literally, I unlearned everything from church. Everything that was taught in church, I unlearned it. I don't even want to have no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? Like organized religion ain't it. You know what I mean? They say separation of church and state. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Because if it was, they why would they tell you? Why would they? Why wouldn't they tell us about who we are in the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Like the nations know, the higher ups, they know who we are. We just don't know who we are, and that's sad. And it's all in the Bible. Like I think my last video, but I read Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I suggest you should read Deuteronomy 28. It said that we will be taken into Egypt again in ships, right? And now you remember this, when the Egypt not when the Israelites was in Egypt the first time, they didn't go as slaves, or what I'm saying, they went in there as royalty. You remember, because Joseph was next to the king. He was royalty. So when the Israelites came over here to be with Joseph, the 12 tribes, I mean the 12 sons and Jacob came over to Egypt. They came as royalty, and Pharaoh gave them the best land, Goshen, right? That's what he gave to them. But when Pharaoh and all the people that generation died off, then the new Pharaoh came. He didn't know nothing about Joseph, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was the one that enslaved them. So I've heard that when Egypt was when the Israelites was in Egypt, they was that's when they was the slaves and all that stuff. But no, you know what I'm saying? Why would they have to be in a ship to go to Egypt when they could just walk there? That don't even make no sense. You know what I mean? We was in a slave trade. We was scattered. The Bible talk about how we scattered. We're in Jamaica. We're in the islands. We're in Europe. We're in South America. We're in North America. We're in Africa. We're all over the world, scattered. And Yah is going to bring us back to our homeland. And again, if you're a Gentile grafted in, Yah, may Yah bless you because you're part of us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't ever, because I never want no one to think that I'm racist, because I'm not. I'm not a liquor racist at all. But you got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? And we've been shown the Bible. You know what? I'm gonna say this: Christianity is no different than Mormonism, Jehovah Witness. No difference. No difference between none of them. It's no difference. They all the same. You know what I'm saying? Because, and the reason I say that, because they all pick something of the Bible and make their own doctrine of it and stuff like that. Again, we don't have religion. We have a covenant. This is our culture. This is our history book. We are bloodline descendants of Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac. I know I didn't say it in the right order, but whatever. You know what I mean. We are the bloodline descendants of them that's been scattered to the four corners. And with this, what I'm learning in this covenant is right now, because you see I got this scarf on my head or whatever. And I have to, the Bible says for me, when I read scriptures and all that, I have to have my head covered. So now when I be on here and I'm reading scriptures, I'm covering my head. You know what I mean? Like, I'm learning about my heritage. I'm learning about the Hebrew language and all that stuff. That's why I like using the Sefer Bible, because it used the Hebrew words. And I'm starting to learn to embrace my culture. Um, Not looking through stuff through white supremacy eyes anymore. That's done. That's over with for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't got rid of the slave mentality. You know, and that's why I talked about the Willie Lynch letter and the Stockholm syndrome, because our people suffer from that to this very very day, because we believe that what master say is gold. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And you got to remember who runs this. The higher ups are white supremacists. They don't have our best interests at heart. They telling us stuff through their eyes and how they want us to see it. But you gotta denounce all of that and give your all to the Most High Yah and ask Yah to lead you to the truth. He will. I promise you, He will. He led me to the truth. He's leading people to the truth that want to know the truth. But if you want to stay in the delusion and the lie of Christianity, then do you, boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to I'm here to inspire for change. Like I always say, I'm here to inspire you for change. And if you want to, learn the truth and ask y'all to open your heart and show you the word of Yah the way that it's supposed to be shown, He will. And I'm reaching out to people because I want people to be saved, man. We are living in the last days. Things is about to go up. And I just want to say, like, I had a dream. I didn't understand, or I didn't know, it was a vision, not a dream, that the United States was getting bombed. That it was getting bombed. Like, you know how those other countries be getting bombed and wars and stuff like that? I had a vision that, and I could see the bomb and I could just see the chaos. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell people, like, have your emergency stuff ready. Put clothes in your car. Let me tell you what you do. Put clothes in your car. Buy you a gas mask. I got me a Israeli gas mask from the surplus store. Get you a gas mask. Stock up on water. You know what I'm saying? I got like 12 cases of water. Stack up on beans and rice. Get you a first aid kit. Have one in your car. Have one in your house. Stuff is about to go up from here. Judgment is now on the nations for what was done to us. The Bible said that, they furthered the affliction on his people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we disobeyed and turned our back and followed after these false gods and stuff like that, but they furthered the affliction. You know what I'm saying? And y'all had gave them a chance to get it right. They talking about these reparations, but they're not giving us nothing because what they really owe us, we should be running. What they owe us, we should be running the world. You know what I'm saying? And we will. We will when Yeshua come back and take us back to our homeland. We're gonna be the rulers of the world. You know what I mean? We're gonna reign with him for 1,000 years in our land. There will be war no more. You feel me? Like, so um Christianity ain't it, you know. And I was professing to be a Christian for a long time. They was never called Christians in the first place. If you get you a Hebrew Bible, I got Hebrew stuff. I got Hebrew books and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna show you one right here. I got I got this book right here. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a concordance. I got a I'm gonna show you another book I got. See, I like to read, man. I like to read and study. I'm not just going off something that came up in my head. I read and study. Okay, first of all, I'm about to get off pretty soon. I ain't trying to go past an hour, but if you we spoke Hebrew in the Bible, right? So we got the Greek translation and all that, the Latin and all that stuff like that. We was speaking If we were speaking Hebrew, therefore we was writing in Hebrew, right? We was never called Christians. The Greeks in Antioch, they called us Christians. It says they were called Christians. We never called ourselves Christians. We was Mashiachim. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere where they have Christ at is Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? The Messiah. Mashiach means Messiah. So we was Mashiachim. You know what I mean? Like the Mashiach. We never was called Christians. That's Roman Catholic. They see, y'all gotta understand. Do your history. Do your homework on the Roman Catholic. What they did. They changed the day of worship from Saturday to Sunday. They admit that. You know what I'm saying? Look up these holidays that you celebrate. You know what I'm saying? New Year's and all that crap. Thanksgiving, as it's called, Thanksgiving. And again, this is Roman Catholic. This is a Roman Catholic parade in Spain for Easter. This is Christian. This is Christianity right here. Now these are the KKK. What does it say right here at the back? Jesus saves. This is Christianity right here. People say, "Oh no, that's not Christianity." Yes, it is. You can say what you want to say, whatever. That's Christianity. Yo KKK people and your white Caesar Borgia images, because this is what this is. This Christianity right here. All this is Christianity. Christianity. That's what. This is our covenant right here. This is what our covenant looks like. This who our covenant with. I'm not saying that he look exactly like him and stuff like that, but look at his skin color. This is who our covenant with. You know what I'm saying? And if it didn't matter what he looked like, then why would y'all have it in the Bible of his description? And it got the description of the Father in Daniel. The description of the Father, Yahuwah, is in Daniel. The description of Yehoshua, the Mashiach, is in Revelation. So if it didn't matter, then why would y'all put that in the Bible? Huh? Why would he? People say all this stuff to try to justify why they think the way they think and do the thing that they do. But if stuff didn't matter, then why would y'all have it in the Bible? And why would they try to hide history and what they call replacement theology, whatever it's that crap called? They try to change everything up. But I just read to you in Psalm how they know who we are and they trying to take away our heritage, which they did, because most African American Negro people don't know that we're Israelites. We're not even African Americans. We're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We are the Hebrews of the Bible. We are blood descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and we have a covenant. And one thing about me, I'm about to be done in a minute, but I like tattoos, right? So I got tattoos right here. I got a tattoo right here. I got a tattoo right here. I got a tattoo on my shoulder. A big one right. I mean, I got tattoos, right? And that's something that I liked, right? So let me tell you something. I once I found out that, because I always heard it, but I was like, yeah, right, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? But once I really started studying and really found out, like, man, wait a minute, I shouldn't even done this. This is against Torah. This is against the statutes and commandments of the Torah. Did I want to get more tattoos? Yeah, I did. But now since I know the truth about stuff, it's stuff that I like to do that's against Torah that I can't do. That's called dying to yourself. That's denying your flesh and following Yah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that I like to do that I can't do. Because at the end of the day, my soul is more important than some mere little pleasure that I'm only going to get for a few minutes anyway. I want to spend my eternity in my new home, in the new Jerusalem. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be soul burning in the lake of fire because I want to do my own will. And this is a plea to you guys, whoever's watching. You know what I'm saying? Really let y'all show you the truth, man. And I'm telling you, verify everything that I say. Look up the Roman Catholic, the history of the Roman Catholic. Look up the history of Christianity. Look that up, and it's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna post. I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm gonna post a video. I'm gonna post this YouTube video. It's a documentary called "White It Out." I guarantee you should watch the documentary. Watch it. It's gonna open your eyes so much. And when I watched that documentary, I did my own research outside of that documentary to verify, because I'm all about verifying. You can't just tell me anything and I ain't gonna look it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say. Hope this video was helpful. And the Bible say, for many are Matthew 22:14 says, for many are called, few are chosen. Be blessed.